everyone, Attorney Rachel Gruetzner here with another Family Law Friday. This week I'm answering the question of what happens to our joint credit card debt after we get divorced. This is a great question because a lot of people forget about their credit cards when they get divorced without lawyers. I know that sounds crazy, but it's just something that I see all the time. So it's really important when you have joint credit card debt and you're getting divorced that your judgment of divorce says specifically who is paying the credit card debt, how it's getting paid, what happens to the account once the amount has been paid off, and that the other spouse cannot continue to increase the credit card debt in your name, even if the account is not being closed as part of the divorce. So that's a little complicated. What do I mean by that? Basically, let's say you and your spouse have a joint credit card debt of $9,000, and there's no way that the two of you are going to be able to pay that off all at once during the divorce. And for whatever reason, you've decided that bankruptcy is not a good option. Many people do go through bankruptcy during divorce, which is really a topic for another day. But let's say that you've decided, okay, we know this $9,000, John Smith is going to pay that money, and his wife, Jane Smith, is not going to be responsible for that $9,000 debt. Well, if Jane Smith's name is still on John Smith's card that he's paying for, then there needs to be a discussion about how you are going to get that debt out of Jane Smith's name. Or if you're not going to get it out of her name, what are the parameters to make sure that John Smith does not increase that debt in her name, to make sure that he is making appropriate payments on time? What is the amount of that payment? How long until that debt is going to be paid off? What happens once the debt is paid? Will the credit card be closed? So these are the types of things that you have to think about. I also see this problem a lot with people who have joint credit cards but no debt on the cards. So for example, you and your spouse might have a Lowe's credit card that you opened when you needed to finance a refrigerator or something. You may have paid it off prior to your divorce, but the account itself might still be active. Your divorce judgment should specify who is responsible for that account moving forward, even if it has a $0 balance, or else it should specify that the account will be closed. That way, there is no likelihood that either innocently or not so innocently, your ex will be able to use credit that is tied to you and tied to your credit report after your divorce is final. I hope that tip has helped you all out today, and you have a great weekend. We'll be here next week with another topic related to property and divorce.